Something I really like is how they've kept the whole tune really dark. They've like with the rhythm guitar, they've still kept it at the lower octave. Hey, welcome to Metal Review Cast. Today we're going to be reviewing Phantasm by Isolate.
How long can we keep this awkward silence for?
You
ruined it, so not long apparently. Hello.
Shit.
I'm gonna drink some coffee. I need more coffee, so.
Yeah. So yeah, I've already seen the video.
Same here.
Probably one of the best videos I've seen them do ever. It's fucking ridiculously good.
Because I've not been given it, and these lot are being stubborn and not showing me it.
Well, we can show you the video. We just can't show you the prelude to the video because
why can't you show me it?
Because you need to watch the premiere when it comes out.
Yeah, you watch the premiere,
which will be before this is released. But we're recording.
I know it's annoying. We can't tell people to go and watch it because, well, I guess we could. We'll work something out. Even though this is going to be in the future from something that we might work out and post. Fuck it, I don't care anymore.
It's Inception. It's
exactly
Inception, bro.
That's what we're going with.
But I mean, if we release it quite shortly afterwards, it depends on their window of opportunity they keep the preview on for, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be around, but it's definitely worth a watch. But it doesn't matter at this point for us saying that, so
yeah,
I think we'll just press play. But yeah, I like this. I like this.
And thanks, Rob and team, for giving us a heads up on this early doors to have a nice sneak peek before it was released.
Apart from Leon. Because we're horrible to him.
If we're mean.
Yeah. We'll just teach him a lesson to kind of get more involved, get busier with stuff, so that he also gets.
We're recording this on Father's Day, and Sean's daddy in Leon.
Yeah. Exactly, I'm his land dad. But awesome. Yeah, and before, I'm actually going to say, I think this could be their strongest effort, so look forward to this.
I'd agree.
Yeah, I think this is potentially their strongest effort from just every aspect of it, so.
I don't even think you need to kick play.
Yeah, that's our review. See you guys.
So dark.
The calmness.
That's an experience.
Yeah, I think the first thing I noticed from previous as well with this that I really liked is it's obviously and we have spoken to Rob about this since, but me and Anton tend to be gaming at some ridiculous time and find out about something, so we tend to watch stuff whenever we discuss it, and then we sometimes go back to him to talk about it, and a lot of the themes that we thought from the video were true. It's and it's very aggressive for them because they're not always smash you straight in the face from the start of the song. It's like there's usually a kind of constructed build up with an ambience and stuff like that, and they've kind of gone, nah, fuck that. Like, this is, you know, he's obviously playing on his mind. You know, something's going on. You know, he's having nightmares and stuff. Like, and it comes across very well even early on the video that there's something going on with his mind or someone's mind. Like, it's very well conveyed in this.
Yeah, and I guess that you know, the terminology phantasm kind of says that, you know, if you're in a mind state that you're, I guess, losing control or whatever, and then also you're hallucinating as to what's real and what's not, and you can't deal with that at that time, it can have some detrimental effects. And like you say, as you're going through the video and stuff like that, and you're seeing certain scenarios, like 1 minute he's like in a box, and the next minute he's being grabbed by some, or what he perceives to be an actual thing hanging him, but then it's not. You know what I mean? It just disappears. So yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that part of it, to be fair.
There's a lot going on.
What was going on?
There's a lot going on. It's really busy. The song's quite busy in a good way, but the video's like really, really active. You can't blink on it.
Because I was confused what was going on.
Keep watching.
Keep watching. How did you do the eyes? We're intrigued.
Yeah. Is that like contacts, or is it digital? It's so fucking realistic. They look genuinely blind.
Yeah,
that's mad.
Yeah, and in this portion, it does seem like Jamie kind of plays his alter ego, doesn't it? Like,
yeah,
it's like Jamie's got the blood and stuff coming down from his eyes and that. So it's like, is he just seeing himself as like, someone in pain or something? I don't know. There's so much pain to this video.
Yeah, or even he can't see that the alter ego is different. You know, because it's not a mirror image of himself, but yet he can't tell that because right now he can't see. I don't know. Maybe I'm digging too deep into it.
Yeah.
There's lots of questions. I'm just like,
yeah,
you know,
like they've always had a story, which is why it's quite cool. Again, that there's just another story. Like they tend to do that. Apart from obviously, was it myoclonic?
It's myoclonic.
Their words confused me. They use real big words that confused me. But what were you going to say, Leon?
Something I really like is how they've kept the whole tune really dark. They've like with the rhythm guitar, they've still kept it at the lower octave with the rest of the guitars as well. Not really had like rhythm going off on its own thing.
It's really down tuned and it stays down tuned.
But it's been done really effectively, and it helps with with how dark the song is as well.
Yeah, because if you listen to it, it's like quite rhythmic. Probably more so for them actually. If you like look at their previous efforts, because like the EP and stuff, Breakpoint EP was very much, what was it, double drop D of Doom. It's just like doo, doo, like real fucking aggressive. But this is like a bit more rhythmic for them. Not that they don't do aspects of that, obviously, but they're just a bit more consistently with it now. It's a nice change.
That pause that you got it on at the moment, man.
I know.
Like, I'm not even lying. Like they've upped their game in many ways. Obviously, there's a lot of effects going on, but like Rob and Jamie's acting on this is fucking phenomenal. Like he genuinely looks like he's just found out he's blind as well. Like looking around all, like it's mad.
Yeah, the atmosphere is conveyed so well to us. Like it actually scares me a little bit. And that's how it should be. It should make you feel uneasy.
It definitely does. When he's forcing the fluid in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trapped in a nightmare.
Yeah. The lyrics just before that as well. I'm so fucking sick of being trapped in my sleep.
Even this synth is dark as fuck.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And look, he was about to wake up from it, and then he gets shut away, and then he's getting back up. But where is he? He's still there.
It's
Mate, and it obviously,
so good.
if we're pointing that to how somebody feels in real life, you know, that's a level of darkness right there. Like, and it takes something to write about it and say that's how your brain's been for that period of time. Do you know what I mean? Because that there, even saying trapped in a nightmare earlier on, I think one of the lyrics is that this voice isn't mine, it's toxic or something. I haven't got the lyrics up, but and just the way that his position suggests that they're in a really, really dark place at that time. Yeah, it's a brutal tune and a brutal video.
Yeah. It's I genuinely, as I said, like at the start, I wanted to make a point of saying I genuinely believe this is the best like effort they've done of like just musically, and I love their other stuff as well, like lyrically as well, and their other stuff's so deep. You know, like, and everything like had the story. So obviously, we know that Oceans and like Greyjoy were tied in. This is probably tied in as well. Just because what they had the like the drowning scene and stuff like that. So it's obviously a lot to do with mental health. And he's just saying, I'm fucking fed up of being stuck in my sleep. Basically, it's like he's obviously just having nightmares about stuff, and it's a bad place at the moment. So as you say, it's tough to write about. Like I personally, have never had anything like that. I've never really had mental health issues myself to that extent. So for me, it's hard to think that someone's like stuck in a place where they're literally just having nightmares. Yeah. And they can't wake up from that. Like, imagine being stuck in your sleep with nightmares for that long. Like, I just can't even imagine what that's like. So it feels very real.
Your perception of reality is the nightmare itself, and you can't, you feel like you're struggling day to day because that is the nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, and no matter what, the darkness is there, just gripping you and dragging you back. Like, but also there's a recognition in the song that it was, and I guess that's why it's Phantasm is that it is a perception. So like when he grabbed Jamie, he thought he had hold of him, and then he was smash him against the wall, and actually it opened the door. Because it was a figment of the imagination. It was an hallucination. It wasn't real.
Yeah.
And it's recognizing those parts of reality versus fantasy. It's really deep, really, really clever stuff. And like you said, I think the level of quality that they've done to produce an overall package like that, where the song itself could carry itself like that, but the fact that they've actually put in the effort to make the video so strong and related directly to every part of the tune is just,
and genuinely like go on then.
The way they've done the video as well, the fact that we understand what it's portraying shows how good the actual video is at getting the point across. from like the way that they've done everything with like the hallucinations and everything. It's just the video is just on point as well.
Yeah, because it's something, as I say, that I've never experienced in my life, so I will never fully understand it, but that's the closest I'll probably ever feel to it, because unless it did happen to me, because, you know, as I say, I've never really struggled with anything, so to make me feel like I felt weird the first time I watched this, it felt like my skin was crawling a little bit, especially to say that bit where he's like putting everything in his mouth, because drowning is the worst. Like, that's the one thing I have dreamt about, is like when you're drowning, and that is the worst experience. Like, you wake up and you feel like you can't breathe. It's fucking weird. So to get that kind of feeling, like, they've just done so well. So fair play to like Breakpoint Media. And again, don't fucking half-ass stuff. I'm not being funny, but these are like a small underground band who put their heart and soul into every release,
everything into it,
including if you watch them fucking live, they have a ridiculous light show. And I know Rob's excited to get back to live, because obviously he's been working on that. You know, he's not had much else to do, so he's probably been working his ass off and trying to make sure that the next light show is going to be fucking sick. So
yeah, but they're really kind of emotional, and the live gigs are very, very emotive and very interactive. They get into the crowd. They get you to do stuff with them. It's like they take you on a journey in there.
Yeah, like how Jamie like sometimes just goes on the floor and like kneels down because of all the emotion and that. You can tell how much emotion they genuinely put into it.
Yeah. It's just literally awesome. And they're so, again, actually, I think they're getting better as a band. All their stuff has been good, and as I say, we've enjoyed everything, but I think you can see from, like, I'm trying to think of when some of their stuff came up. It must have been like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 3. I think it was 4 to 5 years ago, some of their stuff. But from there, Breakpoint as well, a couple of years ago, I guess, because that's the thing, we've been in lockdown for God knows how fucking long. Couple of years ago with like Breakpoint and stuff like that, and then to now, and obviously with Jamie on the drums as well. I think they're just kind of starting to get it now. Like, they sound really tight as a band.
Yeah, I think Tucker being there on drums is I think that's it, isn't it? They've got some stability. They went through a number of changes in the years prior to Breakpoint. You know, they lost Kieran. Sam was playing bass for them as well, and he he left, and Kieran had to do his own thing, which is fine. And I know Kieran's still really good friends with them, but I think that those changes at first, people were a bit like, oh shit, there's stuff going on, but it's actually created some level of stability where they can really focus on their direction. And if this is where it's going, it's a really good direction.
Yeah.
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 The level of quality there, again, the audio engineering over the last few videos we've done, I've critiqued a little bit about audio engineering where it's been really good, but there's been a few things here and there. This, I can't critique the audio engineering or production at all. I can't criticize the video. I can't find anything really to moan about.
No, it's wonderful. It's just wonderful in a horrible way.
It's terribly brilliant.
Yeah, and yeah, I just absolutely loved it. And I definitely think that the slight changes they've made from the previous songs and Breakpoint and stuff like that are the right kind of direction for them. And I think this is the sound that they need to kind of go towards. And yeah.
Jamie's screaming. I mean, he's always been good, but like before,
I think it sounds a bit clearer in some scenarios. Yeah,
exactly.
I thought you might be going with that. Yeah,
and structured. Like, I found like Jamie's voice, he can do anything with it from a screen perspective, but I think there was a kind of complacency with him where he could do that. So the songs, Jamie was just screaming all sorts of shit all over the stuff, and it was great and really, really good, strong screams. But this felt really structured. Like, the high screams were there because they needed to be high screams. The low screams were there because they needed to be low screams. The fry was there at the right times where the song was doing stuff. It was
like a little rap scream as well. Nice.
his voice became an instrument.
Yeah,
properly within this, whereas before he was a screamer. And so the whole growth of the whole band is just there, and Tucker's little fills, man, loving it.
Yeah. And the guitars, there's some really nice bits of guitar in there.
We can't forget Sam hiding away in the background.
I know we didn't see too much of him in the video. Saw a little bit of him.
We need to. How many times did he appear? I think he appeared like 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be more, but I think he appeared like 3 times.
Let's see if I can find him.
That bit there.
No, that bit was terrifying.
Is that blood or is that oil or what?
What is that? Because it's rough. Yeah, because even the first time we watched this, you were like, "Oh, I've just skipped a little bit of something." Oh well, you can have a little taste. You don't get to see anything, so. Yeah, even the first time you were like, "Was Sam in that?" And I was like, "Yeah, he got his hair cut, so he kind of looks a bit like Rob now because he got a fade, didn't he?"
Yeah.
He's somewhere in there. See, where is he? It's struggled to find him. I definitely found him last time. So
we saw him. He might have only been in there once.
Yeah, I don't know, but we love Sam as well. They're just genuinely the nicest dudes as well. So don't fuck with them because we'll fuck with you. So
yeah,
don't
aggressively.
Yeah, exactly. They are so fucking nice. Yeah, as well, and yeah.
I mean, they've pushed us to do stuff. We were, we thought about doing interviews and stuff, but never really reached out to actually say we want to do an interview. They came to us and said, "Guys, you should do an interview for fuck's sake." We're like, okay, So that's how nice they are. If you got a band reaching out to you, going, "Come on, you got some capability. Let's do this. Let's make a thing of it." And that was the nicest thing. It was such a great interview. And for those that are watching this who haven't seen that, you'll have to rewind about 1.5 to 2 years on our playlist and find it. But it's a great interview, and it'll give you some insight to that band as well, and where their head's at, and why we think they're such nice people. They're fucking awesome, nicest people to talk to. And
we'll do another interview with them as everything has changed. We haven't been to a gig in nearly 1.5 years now.
Plus, the most important point, I wasn't on that interview, so I'll be on the next one.
Wait, you were there, weren't you? It was backstage.
Which one?
Oh,
were you not there? No,
was it the first? Was it the first in real life interview? No, I wasn't.
Really?
Only when I did was
on the second one
on Hollow Grounds.
With on Hollow Ground, yeah.
I did on Hollow Ground online and in person. I wasn't at the first one.
Why was that?
So I'll be there.
Was he being lazy and tired?
Why was that?
I don't think that was that one. Or was it? No, that was Captives on it.
We didn't do a Captives interview. Why was that? Why weren't you there? I'm gonna have to. No, you fucked my head up now because I thought you were there. But you clearly wasn't. I know you're on Hollow Ground because you had a broken arm.
It might have been one where you had to be 18.
No, because it's
a Key Club.
It's been very rare, and the Key Club is never 18.
Oh, it was Key Club.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that time when I was like, oh.
You were probably being lazy at the time. I've got some info as well. Rob has just said we do get the intro, so. If you've waited this long, that's the thing. Now, if they stay to the end, they get to see the intro.
Yeah.
And Leon gets to see it, so let's do it. And we've waffled for a bit. And we love the guys, so fuck
Rob
it.
Said we can show the interview.
Intro, yeah.
Yeah, we get the intro, so thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. So we're doing this real time.
Yeah, that's it. This is how we roll. Fuck it. It's going in at the end.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense with us, and that's how we roll.
Puts me on edge, man.
I get a goosebumps every time.
Yes, so Rob is the shadow. I mean,
Wow.
Jamie's the shadow.
Yeah, it probably gives you goosebumps, that intro. Like, it's like a weird film. I don't know. The cinematics are just they're just on point.
That's mad.
Yeah. That there in itself just tells you what it's about. And mate, I want to reach out to Rob and give him a fucking hug, man. I love that guy. And it's hard, you know. Like, again, I've had issues, but I'm not to that extent. But knowing what people have gone through, and knowing that I know somebody who has gone through that or is going through that and is writing about it, it's hard, man. It's like, but he's doing the right thing by writing about it and bringing these things to the forefront, and I guess it's also showing his friendship with Jamie as well, and all the other stuff. Yeah, man, it's mad. It's like happy sad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, brilliant. You've brought me some brilliant music, but at the same time, I know I kind of, from my understanding of what it is that's driven this particular song, and like I say, it's my understanding. I'm not making a statement that this is actually what's been going on, but I assume, because we've all said time and time again about, from a music perspective, it's generally a projection of what's going on in somebody's life.
Yeah. And I think the intro shows that, sad, doesn't it?
Yeah. It allows you to make that assumption.
And the fact that he is the main person that's being dragged through all of this. So again, we're making assumptions based on what we see. You know, we do speak to the guys about some stuff after. But yeah, I guess it's like what we say, like with Hobson and stuff like that. He's probably one of our favourites.
Real, isn't he?
Yeah, some of the songs you just feel it because you know that he's so like. He's just fucked up in the mind, and he's not afraid to show it. And you're just like, fucking hell, the fact that that's going through his mind, and then he's all right for a bit, and then he goes back into it, it seems to. It's just like, that's a deep place. And again, I find it so hard to understand because I've never been through anything like that. So I can't imagine what that's like. Like, it's just a horrible place to be, it seems. So, yeah. I'm glad we got to see the intro, and our Leon's got to see it, so.
I was going to see it anyway. I opened the video onto another tab.
Oh, did you? I deleted it from the WhatsApp group so you can see it.
Dickheads.
Don't get emotional, Leon.
I'm not getting emotional.
Oh, man. But yeah, what a journey.
Yeah, and just the best effort lyrically, musically, as a band, and as a video. I think this is perfection, as close, because perfection isn't real, but as close to something you could get, as you say.
I think it's delivered the exact message that they wanted to deliver. I don't think they could. It's hard to say because bands will always look to do better, but I don't think they could have delivered that better than they delivered it.
Yeah,
I can't find any elements for them to work on further to make it better than what it is. Like, it is absolutely perfect as a song for what it's trying to achieve.
Yeah, and yeah, they like this is as good, if not better, than so many bands that are perceived as bigger than them and have a bigger following, and or with bigger bands and do more tours or are signed and stuff like that. And this is why we get so pissed off when people do shit audio recordings and shit videos. There's no excuse anymore. Yes, it costs you money, but if you're taking it seriously and you're trying to do it, like bands like Isolate There's a lot of bands that we talk about. We've talked about Caskets. We've talked about like some of the On Hollow Ground stuff as well. You know, Envisions. We love those guys. There's a lot of good bands out there, but this is the epitome. So don't like, you know, you're going up against this. They're working their asses off. They're putting the time and effort into it. It's not the money; it's the time and effort. And
it's the brand. Like they're leaving. You've got to think of it as leaving a legacy as well. And you know, like. You want to be able to look back and know that you've done absolutely everything, the best of your capability. You know, I would imagine in 20, 30 years to come, when they look back on this, they'll be like, that's fucking awesome.
That was as good as what we do today, yeah.
Yeah, because it's just absolute quality. Like, yeah, it's an investment, but if you love what you do, you should invest everything that you got into it. And that's what they've done.
Exactly.
This was a long one. We should probably stop waffling. It's really hard. I just really like this. Everything about this. This thing is great.
Well, our whereby is going to tell us to fuck off in a minute.
Oh, yeah, we got 5 minutes, so we do actually have to leave.
Yeah. I think they should play us out.
Play us out, Jamie, and your screams. Goodbye. Everything will be down below. Please go give them some love.
Merch.
Truth.
Get their fucking merch.
Get it. Peace.